Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. You know what's wild? Two of Marvel's most famous lawyer superheroes barely spoke to each other for over 40 years. Today, we're diving into the surprising history, or lack thereof, between She-Hulk and Daredevil, and how a TV show might have changed everything.
It's actually pretty fascinating how little these two interacted, considering they're both lawyers and superheroes.
Right? You'd think they'd be constantly running into each other in courtrooms or during superhero battles.
Well, here's something mind-blowing. Someone actually went through and counted every single comic they appeared in together from 1979 to 2022.
Wait, seriously? That sounds like quite the undertaking.
Oh yeah, and the numbers are fascinating. They appeared in 105 comics together, but get this, in 47 of those issues, they never even shared a scene.
That's actually kind of shocking. How did that even happen?
Well, their first meaningful interaction didn't come until House of M, Nuggo 5, which is pretty late in their comic history.
So they just existed in parallel for decades?
Pretty much. They would bump into each other occasionally since they both moved in legal circles, but that was about it.
It's kind of ironic considering how their TV counterparts hit it off immediately.
And that's where things get really interesting. The TV show might have actually influenced the comics.
Oh, how so?
Well, in January 2024, Marvel Comics released Daredevil Nuggo 5, which featured multiple eating dates between Matt and Jennifer.
Wait, actual dates? That's new.
Well, sort of. There was a twist. She-Hulk was possessed by one of the 7 deadly sins demons at the time.
Ah, classic comics. Can't just have a normal date, can we?
Right? But here's the thing. There was definitely some chemistry there, even if it wasn't technically the real Jennifer.
So the MCU might have actually pushed the comics in a new direction?
It seems that way. The comics are definitely playing with the idea more since the show aired.
Speaking of the show, what exactly happened there?
They met when Matt defended a superhero costume designer against Jennifer's client, and they had instant chemistry.
And that led to...
They ended up working together on a case, and, well, one thing led to another.
The fans must have loved that.
Oh, absolutely. The chemistry between Charlie Cox and Tatiana Maslany was a huge hit.
But it didn't last?
No, by the time Daredevil Born Again rolled around, Matt was back to his complicated relationship with Karen Page.
Ah, Karen Page. She's been a big part of Matt's love life in the comics too, right?
Yeah, along with Elektra and Black Widow. Matt's had quite a few significant relationships over the years.
And Jennifer? What about her romantic history?
Currently in the comics, she's actually dating Jack of Hearts.
So what you're saying is they're both unavailable right now.
Exactly, but comic book relationships are always complicated.
That's putting it mildly.
You know what's interesting, though? The way their professional lives mirror each other.
How so?
Well, they're both lawyers who fight for justice in and out of the courtroom. They just do it in very different ways.
Matt with his whole man without fear thing, and Jennifer with her, well, being green and awesome.
Exactly. And they both have to balance their legal careers with their superhero lives.
Which makes it even more surprising that they didn't interact more in the comics.
Right? But that might be changing now.
Because of the TV show's influence?
Yeah, it's actually pretty common for the MCU to influence the comics these days.
That's fascinating, the adaptation influencing the source material.
It's happened before. The MCU has definitely left its mark on how certain characters are portrayed in the comics.
So what do you think the future holds for these two?
Well, that recent Daredevil issue definitely seemed to be testing the waters.
Even with the whole possession thing?
Sometimes in comics, these weird situations are ways to explore potential relationships without fully committing to them.
Like a supernatural trial run?
Exactly. And the fans' response can help determine where things go from there.
So we might actually see them get together in the comics eventually?
It's definitely more likely now than it was before the TV show.
That's pretty cool. Fans of the show might actually help shape the comic's future.
It's a perfect example of how different media can influence each other.
And maybe create something new and exciting in the process.
Exactly. Sometimes the best stories come from unexpected places.
Like a TV show bringing together two characters who barely interacted for 40 years?
Precisely. It just goes to show that there's always room for new interpretations and relationships in comics.
Even after decades of storytelling.
Maybe especially after decades of storytelling. Sometimes you need fresh eyes to see new possibilities.
Well, I think we can all agree that this particular possibility was worth exploring.
Absolutely. It's given both characters new dimensions.
And who knows? Maybe in another 40 years, we'll be talking about their epic comic book romance.
Stranger things have happened in comics.
Like being possessed by one of the 7 deadly sins on a first date.
Hey, at least it's memorable.
And that's all for today's episode of Copilot Podcasts. Remember, folks, sometimes the best relationships are the ones that take 40 years to develop, or just one really good TV show.